Very good afternoon, everyone. Charles here of Frgnt Daily Chart Analysis, as well as Frgntforex.com. Just approaching 25 minutes to 2 in the afternoon here in Milan, Monday the 2nd of February 2026. So that's week 5 of Q1 already. Now, let's like to bring your attention to GBP US dollar current shorts in line with Frgnt Mastery Asia range setup. Now, the first thing that I'd like to direct your attention to is this morning. Let's take a look. 7 hours ago. Now, you will see that it is locked, and that is specifically for the fact that I'm showing these charts only to Frgnt Mastery members in regards to exactly what I'll be looking to take when market opens, or more realistically, when I am in my trading period. Now, 7 hours ago, as you can see, top left-hand chart, you will see GBP USD Frgnt daily chart forecast, and in particular, Asia range structure point, and we have this 15-minute order block there, and there also is already a loss and profit looking illustration there ready to go. Nevertheless, what I do say to those in the community, just because we have a valid point of interest, that does not mean that we are ready to be taking the position. We are required to find confirmation first, and then we're able to trade in line with our strategy with that confirmation and the confidence that we have awaited our entry criteria. Now, what must be said is, of course, the forecast thus far has played out as planned. And the Asia range setup, of course, is not something that I will share with you all directly. That is specifically for Frgnt Mastery members only. But what I will show you is how price is getting on at this time, the importance of planning your trades well in advance of price action actually being in and around that area. Back to the forecast, for good example, when I was forecasting this morning, price was a hell of a long way away from the desired position. Nevertheless, once we get to price action now, you can see when price does get there, you need to have a very structured plan. As you can see, that point of interest was tapped, and then as a result of that, before price or before the entry criteria actually presented itself, there was a degree of discipline and a degree of patience that was required before having to actually being in the position to take that short trade. Now, the Asia range setup, as I've said previously, I won't go too much into it, but for sure, if you're looking to take a deeper dive into what is to be offered in Frgnt Mastery, then please do take a look. However, the Asia range setup is specific only to the 15-minute and the 1-minute time frame, and it is a stand-alone strategy that can be traded simply by itself across the pairs, as I do, or you can mix it in with your other higher time frame directional bias setups, as again I do, and as you can see by the fact that I have higher time frame order blocks and GAN boxes on my chart. Nevertheless, I'm able to see between the lines, and if there is an Asia range setup, even against higher time frame directional bias and structure, I will still look to take that position. Now, we can see here the 15-minute chart on GBP US dollar, and as I've said, a degree of discipline was required in this particular area before the setup, or rather before the entry criteria actually presented itself. Now, as you can see, a 15-minute order block was discovered, and we have called it a point of interest. Again, in order for you to determine whether that is a valid point of interest, you'll need to head over to Frgntforex.com, where I do indeed shed a whole amount of light upon that. Now, if we go down to the 1-minute time frame, and just to give you a little bit of a hint or a clue, if you can work that out, congratulations. If not, again, you know exactly where to go. Nevertheless, as you can see, the 15-minute order block was tapped all the way back at 10 GMT, or UTC rather, and then you can see that not until an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes later, is actually when the entry criteria presented itself, and that is when the trade was executed. By the illustration, I'm already break even in this position and looking for the Asia range to be filled, which will take the position down to roughly 4%, I believe, potentially even more. Can't remember at this time. It's irrelevant, to be quite honest. It's a setup. The entry criteria is fixed. The take profit is fixed. And it's simply at this stage, am I going to be tapped break even for a break even trade, or am I going to allow price to roll all the way for a full take profit, whatever it may be? Now, while we're on the topic of Asia range positions and the topic of discipline, I'll bring your attention to US dollar CAD. A very simple and very identical, I should say, trade was taken last Thursday in line with the Asia range setup again. So as you can see here, it's a very clear, high rewarding setup that, as I've mentioned, can be traded alongside other higher time frame directional positions, as well as a standalone strategy. Now back to GBPUSD, that one last time to have a look how it's getting on, just to whet your appetite even more if you're not tempted already just yet. But live price action currently in this position, GBP US dollar short. Now, just as I go, thank you very much for your support across all the social media channels, YouTube, TradingView, and even those of you that take the leap and join the Telegram. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. All the very best in your trading journey, and I hope to see you all very soon in any of the free Telegrams, if not the subscription Telegram, very soon. All the very best. Take care. Ciao.